Another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. I am your host for the day, Tony. Brian on assignment 30,000 feet above our heads right now. We have Zach, last day, best day, producing the show, head honcho over there. Zach, how you doing this morning?
I am doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. You're looking good, making your I guess video on camera debut. I guess maybe, I mean, you probably obviously stuck into a few shots over the course of the summer, but this is it, dude.
Yeah.
You're on here big time.
Yeah, very fitting for the last day.
I know, dude. Final day. Love to see it. Obviously, you know, it goes without saying that it's been a delight to have you here for the Sports Port. You've absolutely killed it. And I think, like you said, what a way to kind of, you know, wrap things up, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I know. Without Brian, too,
yeah,
dude.
no Brian.
Yeah, dude. Oh, as I said, Brian on assignment, the West Coast. We know the deal. I forget what time his flight was, but I know he got up at like 2:30 in the morning to go fly. So it's tough, dude. It's tough if, you know, those flights are tough, dude. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I would not want to do. I would have rather have flown last night, like a red-eye flight. Get there early in the morning, then you can sleep a little bit, then you have your day already. Yeah. But you know what? I'm not planning his vacation. Okay, it's his vacation. You know, whatever. Yeah. What are you gonna do? But nonetheless, we have a great show for you guys today. We're recapping 2 New York baseball wins, as well as FedEx St. Jude, probably some maybe NFL preseason notes and what have yous, as well as a nice frenzy coming up. Also a nice taste test here. I know you guys can probably see this plate to my right here. We'll get to that in a little bit, though. First, I want to get to the comments, actually, because I know we have quite a few.
Yes.
And oh, wow, who commented first there?
We have Anthony commenting, "Let's go, finally, no
Yankee boy." Wow, Brian. Brian, I'm sure if he's watching, a good chuckle on that one for sure. What else we got, Zach?
We got Matthew Gabriel saying, "Let's go," and then Anthony,
I'm sure he really appreciated the Yankee boy comment as well. What do we got from Josh B here?
Josh B says, "What up, great people? Yanks better. Hashtag TCA. Hashtag Sportsport. Hashtag DTV."
I mean, come on, Josh. You got to be a little bit happy now. I know, like, you're looking for the sweep. Take 2 out of 3. Nice off day, though. Detroit, easier. Well, not easier, but still easy schedule. The records. Come on, dude. Like, you got to be pretty stoked for the Yankees right now. My mother in the house as well, Zach. Wow.
Saying, "Hi, fellas." And then, "Who's the new guy?"
Who's the new guy, Mom? He's really the old guy now, honestly, dude. But first time on camera, it's Zach, our intern for the summer. It's his last day, Mom. And then he's going back to school, senior. You know how that goes. It's some great stuff, Mom. And then, of course, Michael. Let's get Michael in here. Wow. Okay. You can read this one, dude.
One of the best interns, way better than Duncan and Riley. Zach will be missed for sure, but always welcome back. Best show. Let's go. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And just to put things in perspective for you, because he calls you by your actual name, Duncan, you could imagine, wasn't our intern's name. It was Domac. Michael, you know, really puts him in his place. But yeah, dude, it obviously it goes without saying. We say this to all of our interns. Always welcome back. You know, we know obviously you're still going to be a part of Sacred Heart as an undergrad. So, I mean, like, anytime you want to come fill in, you're bored, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I'm right around the corner. So.
Absolutely,
commuter,
dude.
So.
Especially for you know, a fellow Mets fan. Oh, he does have one on the show, dude. My mother, what'd she say? She says, "Good luck, Zach." Oh, that's so nice.
I appreciate it.
It's Thursday, right? Today, my mother's off today, so she's probably enjoying her morning. Matthew Gabriel says, "Duncan and Riley, dude." Then Michael, of course, Zach will always be Zachariah to him. So adorable, dude. You know what is adorable too? Breakfast sandwiches. I actually literally did not ask you until the show starts, I want to get your actual reaction here. So I made you sausage, egg, and cheese this morning. Bagel from Staten Island, frozen for a while, but nonetheless, still Staten Island bagel. What do we think here?
I thought it was really solid, and I'm a big bagel guy too, so
Mhm.
I'm very picky, but I enjoyed it a lot. I couldn't even tell it was frozen. So
Let's freaking go, dude. Yeah, those bagels. I don't know, in my freezer for I don't know, probably quite a few weeks now.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, obviously, go home. My mother dozen bagels, take them, and then of course, like, they go moldy within a week. So throw them in the freezer, and they're just always there for you for if you want like a midnight breakfast sandwich, or obviously in the morning. Solid, dude.
Yeah.
And we talked about too, sausage. I mean, it reigns supreme over bacon.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty funny too, because I had this conversation with my roommate this morning as well. He's also, I found out, a sausage guy, which to me is kind of crazy because I feel like everyone is all about bacon. Like everything's better with bacon, even though it's not better with bacon. But everyone's like, well, I'm like, literally, if I'm like, oh, I prefer sausage in the morning. You don't like bacon? Like, I didn't like bacon. You put it on my burger, I put it everywhere. I put it on everything. It's bacon, bacon, bacon. I'm like, dude, listen. It's like the avocado thing, like guacamole with me. All right, dude. It's the same thing, dude. Like people just get so hyped for it when it's just kind of like an okay meat. All right, bacon. Listen, maybe a hot take here, but possibly the most overrated food like ever, dude. Because like, come on. And I know we have some more. Let's get some more comments here. People are just itching, dude. My mother. So I have my mother right there, Mary Materiello, dude.
Saying sausage is the best.
The best. It is, dude. Ever since I was a kid, sausage. My brother, bacon guy. Maybe that's why I went to the sausage. My brother, he's like, yeah, I want to be different, What else we got?
Matthew Gabriel saying Tony
is
a
bagel addict. Yeah, that's fun. Needs to go to bagel rehab. He says, have your coffee, have your donut. Oh, so you're an officer now. Funny you mentioned that. My brother, oddly enough, he works for the Port Authority, police officer. Did not drink coffee, did not really eat donuts until he became a cop. And then all of a sudden, Dunkin' this, donuts over here all the time. Freaking hilarious, dude. And then we have Chairman Lonnie in the house. What is up, Lonnie? Glad that you're tuning in. Fastest at 300. Now that's greatness, Tony. That's right. Tony has 100th home run as a Met. Not his 100th home run last night. As a Met. Definitely a bagel guy too, but love me a nice croissant. Croissants are great. Have a great show, guys. Thank you, Lonnie. Appreciate you tuning in and commenting. How do you feel about croissants?
I like croissants.
Yeah.
Ham and cheese croissant.
Ham and cheese
Stu
croissant.
Leonard's. That's my
Stu
thing.
Leonard's, really,
Yeah.
dude.
Heat it up.
Yeah.
So good.
Is it like because Stu Leonard's? I've been there. Like I can maybe 3 times.
Really?
And one time I went there when I was working for News 12. Got dinner there. The bar stocked up like chicken, rice, mad stuff, delicious. And then second time I went there was just like not even to grocery shop, but we just got like an ice cream cone, I think.
Yeah, the ice
soft serve, amazing.
They literally have everything.
They really do. But their croissant sandwiches, are those like a pre-made thing, or pre-made, and then you heat it up, and then it's pretty solid?
Yeah, they come in like a pack of 6.
Oh,
it's
wow!
Like a big, tin.
That's pretty sick. There we go. I used to, when I was a kid, right near my elementary school, Dunkin' used to rip sausage, egg, and cheese croissants from there because their croissants were low-key good.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty solid there.
Yeah. I was actually pleasantly surprised. And again, the microwavable egg thing, take it as you leave it. Obviously it's not like the best.
Yeah.
But their croissant always used to hit. But speaking of Dunkin' Donuts, dude, and this is gonna get Brian riled if he ends up watching this. We had a little taste test set up here.
Yes, we do.
We got Zach involved here. So Zach, being the nice guy that he is, the last day he brought in donuts, which is awesome. And then he brought donuts in from Dunkin'. And then Michael comes in, classic, last day intern shows up, brings in donuts from Donut Inn, and naturally, chocolate glazed, which is a fan favorite around here. We have one from each here, so I kind of thought it'd be cool if we did a taste test here. Which I've never really done side by side. And I was telling Zach before the show, Donut Inn, as you guys, the viewers, know how much we talk about it. Great coffee, great donuts. In my opinion, the best chocolate glazed donut I've had ever. So I just thought it'd be cool if we did this side by side thing here.
Yes.
And now where do you sit with the chocolate glazed in terms of like hierarchy of donut flavors here?
I'd say it's top 5 for me, but I'm
top
huge.
5.
I'm huge on strawberry frosted, Boston cream. Those are like my
Ooh.
two
Like,
favorites.
Yeah, like 1A, 1B sort of
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Strawberry frosted is so good.
Yeah.
Sprinkles or no sprinkles?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make
Indifferent?
a difference. Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
make a difference to me.
You know what I honestly hate? When they do half sprinkles.
They
'cause-
just did that.
I know. It's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, I feel like I'd rather be all or nothing here.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't even know that was a thing until
Half
going in.
sprinkled?
I really
wow.
didn't. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's just, and honestly, at the end of the day, I prefer no sprinkles at all because it's just
Yeah.
like kind of weird texture,
Yeah.
like, stuck in your teeth. And it's just like a giant thing of sugar. It doesn't really matter. All right, so let's compare these two donuts here. Obviously, we have a half each of each one here. I'm gonna start with. I obviously know what the donut in one tastes like. I'm gonna start with the Dunkin' one,
Okay.
which you can start out with whatever one you want, I
I'll
guess.
Start with the Dunkin' one.
The Dunkin' one is like freaking very moist. I don't know if you've touched it,
Sticky.
and it's like
Yeah.
sticky, and it's like thick, and it's heavy, like freaking cake. Like the donut in one, airy, whatever. This one, and it's also a lot darker. Like, what are they putting here? Food coloring?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go in for this bite right now. I hear Michael moving. All right, so I'm tuning the mic a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. I don't know if I really like this one. Does taste funny?
Tastes funny.
Yeah, it tastes like artificial. What's up? Oh, thank you. Oh my god, what the hell is this? A
Thank you.
wipe?
Wet wipe.
Oh my god, dude. I got this weird thing about wipes, dude. I sound like a fucking freak today. And I don't know if it's like a mental thing, but listen, you use wipes, right, to wipe your ass. Okay? Like that's
What?
yeah, like baby wipes, like those flushable Cottonelle wipes. Hold on a second now. Like that, so that's what like I grew up, we used to use wipes, whatever, dude. That's what I now equate wipes with. The smell, everything.
Really?
Yeah. So like I don't want to fucking have wipes while I'm eating because I think of
Yeah.
shit.
I usually just use a paper towel, but now I'll probably never use wipes again.
Yeah. Well, because my mother, she always has wipes on her in her purse for scenarios and that calls for wipes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Ma, but she uses them to clean her hands and shit. I'm like, I don't fucking do that. All right. Because you know what I do after I used wipes? I would wash my hands
Yeah.
to get the smell of the wipes off my hands.
Yeah.
So what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And Mike is hot on wipes. He doesn't carry fucking paper towels or napkins in his car. Wipes, dude. And it's not cool. It's not cool at all. Have you taken a bite of the donut yet?
I have not. I was waiting for you.
All right, let's get in here, dude, because this is gonna be way better. I can feel it. Okay. I mean,
No fucking comparison.
No.
the
No.
flavors are so much better,
They're so much lighter.
and they're
too.
airy
Yeah.
inside. It's like a real donut.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
You gotta try the other ones too, like compare.
You had the strawberry frosted, right? Is that what you had? Or you had that from which one did you have from Donut Inn?
I had the chocolate frosting.
Chocolate frosted.
Yeah,
Chocolate
yeah.
frosted. So there we go, dude. And I mean it's night and day. It's good and bad. The chocolate glazed donut from Dunkin', it's interesting. It is very cakey and weird.
Thank you.
But obviously, we knew Donut Inn. I mean, it reigns supreme for a reason. It's Donut Inn, and you've never been to it, right, Zach?
I've had, obviously you guys have brought me in before,
Right.
but I've never been inside though.
Great spot, great people. They have a big thing. Their slogan is always fresh, always friendly. Not always true, but it's a great time every time you go, dude. Oh. All right, so we got Josh weighing in here. By the way, my mother, sorry to jump around a little bit. I'm not listening to fucking Matthew Ryan. My mother says, and she's correct on this one, Burger King breakfast, back in the day, used to hammer that sometimes on half days after school. 11:30, breakfast is over. Half day at elementary school, you get out at 11. You hustle and bustle over to BK. You get some sweet sandwiches. Their sausage, egg, cheese, and croissants, very good. I also was a big advocate for their hash browns back in the day. The little quarter hash brown, like, oh, dude, those used to be so sick. Danny V in the house says, what's up, fellas? Have a great show. Let's go. Thank you, Bernie. Matthew Ryan's there. Says, Mets suck. Whatever, Matthew. And then Josh B, father of the year over here, does say when you have children, you use them wipes for everything, not just butts. No, I get it. And my mother obviously is a prime example of that. But for me, I can't do it. And then again, so I wipe my hands with wipes and my hands are wet and then I just need a paper towel anyway.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm just going to go to the fucking bathroom and wash my hands with soap and water. Whoa, dude. I got, whoa. It's heavy. I got, don't worry. I'm strong, baby. Strong. This is a crazy smorgasbord here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to go.
So we got Boston cream, we got Bavarian cream.
First the Bavarian.
We got jelly in the mix, which I probably would save for last, but apple,
just try it.
that's gonna be solid, dude.
Yeah. Ridiculous. And the filled ones, just look how soft and airy.
I know it's so good. And look at this, look at this cream here, guys.
I know.
Like look at that, dude. Like, you know how when you get a donut and it's like a little dollop of cream right in the middle, you have to eat around and then get to the middle. This is fucking creaming in every bite, dude. Okay. Like sick. Brian, he's gotta be riled, dude. I'm gonna go in for this apple one, I think, right now. I'm just gonna take it. And that's it.
This one's the strawberry. It was crazy. Or if you see the strawberry, this is the other
jelly.
Half. Or jelly. This is the other half. There's no jelly in this half.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I want you guys to try the strawberry on strawberry.
The frosted?
I know. I should have gotten a strawberry frosted too.
That apple one's so good.
Yeah, that was solid.
I fucking love apple.
Yeah, me too.
Apple pie, apple turnovers. Yeah. Oh my God, so good.
Yeah.
I can't right now. I know you drink coffee too, but the fucking donut and the coffee together in the mouth, like
it creates this bliss.
It really does, dude. It's like nothing's really like it. Like it just mixes like so,
Maybe I'll get on the coffee.
You got to be careful.
grind for
It's a
school.
slippery slope.
Yeah,
all of a sudden
sure.
you're getting 3 cups a day and you're like, what the hell is going on, dude? Yeah. One time I remember working a hockey game at Sacred Heart and obviously donating before the game, whatever. But then you get busy, so you don't you don't really drink all of it.
Yeah.
And it is 10:30 at night, and I'm like, oh my God, I got coffee left, and I'm drinking coffee, and they're like, what are you? Like it's 10. Like what is wrong with you? Fucking good, dude. Microwave that up too, like warm it up. Unbelievable. Oh, all right, dude. I'm so freaking full between the breakfast sandwich and the donuts now. It's unbelievable, dude. All right. Josh B, not just butts. My mother says definitely a mental thing. Yes, it is. And I don't think it's a hump I'm ever gonna get over. Again, and my mother like whips them out at restaurants too. Wipe your hands in between courses. Ma, I'm just gonna go to the fucking sink bathroom, get some soap, get some water, and then dry my hands. Lonnie says Tony officially a cop. All them donuts, gonna get a kick out of that. My mother reiterates wipes are good for everything. They're not good for everything. Then she says Dunkin' Donuts are not good. My mother knows. She's the biggest critic. Yes. Okay. Of course, when it comes to food too, but she's right. And then Lonnie in there again. He says you're gonna need some wipes for both ends after all these donuts. Yeah, honestly, dude, that's so funny. But nonetheless, let's dial it in here. We're getting way too out of hand here. All right, Brian would be so tight. We're not back to the sports yet. Excuse me. So I figured we start out as we typically do. A little PGA update here. We have the FedEx St. Jude coverage, which started out this morning. I believe Golf Channel starts coverage at 2:00. ESPN Plus, you can find, your certain pairings and stuff like that. Now, we do have a 2-way tie for first right now after this after the first round, excuse me. The score is 3 under. Ben Griffin, Tommy Fleetwood, both tied there. Ben Griffin here just finished his front 9. Tommy Fleetwood through 4 holes right now. Tom Kim there, 2 under with Chris Kirk. They're through 6 holes and 3 holes respectively there. They're in second, tied for 5th there with Will Zalatoris, Mackenzie Hughes, Austin Eckroat, Cam Young, Taylor Pendrith, Billy Horschel, and Brian's guy, Justin Rose. They're all at 1 under. They're about halfway done with their first round right now. Cam Davis, Steven Yeager, Adam Hadwin, even. Justin Thomas, Brian Harmon, even through 1. Max Greiserman, who fucking blew it, excuse my French, last week at, oh man, I forget the tournament that was last week. I don't even know why I'm blanking it. Wyndham Championship. He totally blew it on Sunday. But Greiserman is 1 over with Siwoo Kim, David Thompson, Jake Knapp, Thomas Dietrich, Alex Noren. Those 3 are 2 over. Then we have a slew of golfers who are not teeing off yet. Ashke Bahadia, Matthew Pavone, the Frenchman. They're going to be teeing off shortly. Sung Jae Im, as well as Shane Larry, Wyndham Clark, Ludwig Aubert, Rory McIlroy, the man himself, the choke artist, Colin Morikawa, Peter Malnati as well, all teeing off before 11 a.m. And then, of course, everyone else, you know the deal, 11:30, Victor Hovland, Jonathan Vegas, Nick Dunlap around there too. So a lot of golfers to start off here. Big round 1 at St. Jude. And I guess just looking at Ben Griffin so far, scorecard right now, he is bogeyless through his first 9, obviously 3 birdies and 6 pars as he's getting ready to, looks like hole number 10 here. Shot number 1 was 287 yards to the left of the fairway, about 157 yards to the hole on this par 4, dude. So driving the ball pretty well, it seems, Ben Griffin, just under 300. You got to be pretty happy with that if you're driving the ball for 300 yards. But nonetheless, we'll keep you updated as this St. Jude Championship continues. But obviously, a lot of recap in general. And I guess let's do it. Let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Drop it. Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the men win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right, dude. So obviously a lot to recap. I mentioned it, 2 New York wins here. And without Brian here, to be honest, I mean, we're gonna start with the Mets. I mean, obviously, dude, like we don't have to start with the Yankees and this whole rigmarole. Oh my goodness. But nonetheless, let's get to the Met game here. Obviously, big bounce back win against the Oakland A's. They lost game 1. Atrocious, dude. Not good at all. But game 2, they come back firing on all cylinders. They win this game 9-1. Offense bumping. David Peterson, great on the mound too, very surprisingly. But we can recap a little bit of how we got here. And I mean, I mentioned Peterson working very well here. This first inning, it was 3 up, 3 down with 2 strikeouts, might I add you. Peterson is not a strikeout guy. He doesn't induce a lot of ground balls with his sinker. Speaking of which, though, that sinker was getting a lot of swing and misses and even some strikeout looking. And that's exactly what happened with Butler, the leadoff batter here. A nice 5-pitch at bat, struck him out on the sinker, mixing in a 4-seam fastball, but obviously we know he hammers the sinker, gets Andujar to ground to second. You guessed it, on his sinker. And then Boudet strikes out, and the inning, you guessed it, on his sinker. So obviously right away, establishing that sinker, which clocks in at around 93, 94. Good movement. But again, when you're locating it, very hard pitch to, I guess, anticipate. And then again, sometimes he throws in the 4-seamer. That doesn't have as much movement as the sinker. Sometimes he goes in the curveball, the slider. More often than not, he'll mix in that changeup, though, which works really well when he does establish his sinker, which I think his, certainly attributed to his ERA being right above a 3.04, which is very surprising. We get his stats here, pitching for the A's. He also has a 3 up, 3 down first inning. Lindor fouls out, Nimmo flies out, Martinez lines out. So 3 different ways to, getting out there. But nonetheless, it seemed like the Mets offense of that first inning weren't really firing or ready to play. Obviously, what's that guy's name? Austin. What was his Austin Adams. The reliever, former Met, even if you want to call him that. I guess technically he is on the A's. We know game 1, shut down. Alvarez strikes out. Oh my God, celebration. Zach said it even in the highlight this morning we were watching. Kept cutting to him too. Ooh, like, what's he gonna do? Like as if he's gonna come out of the bullpen and start fighting people. Anyway, dude, go bottom of the second here. This is where Estes get into some trouble. Gives up a leadoff single to Jesse Winker, who, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Winker, I was never really hot on as a traded on acquisition. The guy looks like a fucking loser. And he honestly, his stats aren't great by any means. But nonetheless, it seems like he's a good clubhouse guy. And he's been hitting recently, I suppose. So now Alonso, with a single here to left. So Winker and Alonso on first and second. McNeil, of course, with runners scoring position here and no outs, does foul out to short. And that's just McNeil. We talked about it. Again, a little stint after the All-Star break. Cute. Back to not being good now. And then Vientos ropes an RBI double here, which I believe is the RBI double that gets past I'm blanking on the first baseman, young dude. Lopez? No, the third baseman rather. Hernaiz? I think it's Hernaiz. Darrell Hernaiz. It is. I believe that was the diving play he made to try and again, I mean, I suppose it wasn't the easiest play, but it was certainly makeable. But does get past him, gives up a run, and Estes is visibly upset with his infielder there, which is never a good sign. And they even showed it too in the broadcast. He walked by him in the dugout and just literally as if snubbed him, dude. Literally just eyes ahead, just didn't even acknowledge him. And it's bro, and then he was again, this happened, and he was jumping up and down in the field, visibly upset. Off the bricks, dude. But nonetheless, dude, 1-run scores here, which is great. Gamel ends up fouling out. Alvarez lines out. Alvarez, but nonetheless, you're up 1-0 here. And then Pearson gets through the third pretty easily, may I add. And again, dude, the sinker, the fastball, the changeup. I mean, he's really been pitching very, very well. And then bottom of the third here is when things start to open up a little bit. Leadoff dinger, I think, is 24th of the year. I have to double check that. But Lindor's 24th home run of the year. Obviously came in the third inning, solo shot, 4-seam fastball, middle from Estes. And I mean, Lindor being so good, Lonnie, jumps on that. Great job there. 2-0, just like that. Pearson through the fourth. Bang. Bottom of the fourth here. Mets, Alonso, 26th home run, I believe, of the year. Have to double check that. My numbers are all askew today. Nonetheless, solo shot. Estes, another leadoff, home run given up. Estes sucks. 3-0, just like that. And then, obviously that's the rest of the inning there because McNeil strikes out. What do you know? Vientos flies out. And then Alvarez, Gamel gets thrown out at home. That was the play with Gamel thrown out at home. Bad call, by the way, by Gamel. Gamel, I believe that was the play too, where it was a routine ground ball to Nevin maybe or something. The first baseman, whatever. Gamel reaches, ends up coming around the bags. Alvarez singles. Gamel gets waved home. I don't know why. Gets thrown out by, I guess you can say it was close, not the largest margin to get thrown out by, but still, you probably shouldn't have been called home. But nonetheless, dude, it's 3-0. It's bottom of the fifth here. Excuse me, top of the sixth, actually. At this point, because this is where Pearson gets into a little bit of trouble, I guess you can say. Leadoff double to Andujar, and you're thinking oh boy, it's 3-0 right now. It's the sixth inning. It's Pearson's third time through the lineup. That's normally when pitchers such as himself start to decline and give up some runs. And that's kind of what happened here. But here we go. Bode grabs out the fielder's choice. Andujar safe at third. Lindor made a horrible throw. And again, all right, so Andujar's at second here. And I know Lindor, his defense, his past 2 series have been a little bit in question. We know the Seattle thing that was scored a run, I guess, on Sevy, which probably should have been an error. But this play was, pretty tough. So, he fields the ball basically at second base. Blede's running from second to third. And we see this so often, too, where, the infielder happens to grab the ball while he's standing in the baseline. And then the runner is running in the baseline. So he's kind of like covering the straight line throw to third. So you kind of have to like work around him. It's tough play to make in the infield. We see a lot of infielders across the league have issues with it. So they kind of do like this sidearm, like try and go around, fucking curve the bullet sort of deal, like that movie. You ever see Wanted, Zach?
I have not.
Kind of like that, dude. Josh B. knows what I'm talking about. And of course, like that, like never fucking works, dude. Because it's just like you're better off taking a step outside the base path and then throwing it. But nonetheless, he throws it. It's an error on his part. Blede's safe. Doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day here, Langelier strikes out swinging. Cameron sac fly RBI. Which whatever 3-1. G-Loff pops out to end the inning. Now, bottom of the 6th, Estes still in here, gets an out from Winker, who flies out, gives up a single to Alonso. They pull Estes, which they probably should have the inning before. Nonetheless, you're like, all right, whatever. McNeil comes up, of course, grounds out, double play, ends the inning, whatever, dude. Estes is tight in the bullpen. 7th inning, Peterson still in the game. Nevin grounds out. Gives up a single to Hernandez, and they pull. Pearson, great outing. I mean, you want to look at his box score here. 6 1/3, 3 hits, no earned runs. That sac fly RBI was there just because, obviously it was an error on Lindor, not an earned run. 4 Ks, 4 walks. So easy there at the control. But nonetheless, I would say solid outing. I'm pretty sure if you asked David, he probably wouldn't think so because he was visibly like agitated coming off to being told to get out of the game.
Yeah, he was not happy.
Not happy, which I mean, again, Peterson is having a good year. Like, of course, he wants to keep it going and test himself and push himself. And if there's one thing he didn't do, even though his ERA is low this year, he doesn't typically pitch a ton of innings. You see very often it's 5 innings in an outing. 6 innings, very rarely will we see 7 out of maybe once or twice this year so far, like literally probably just once. So we'll check the stats in a little bit, but nonetheless here, he gets pulled, which is fine. Brazoban comes in. And again, you see all the time too, with bullpen guys that come in with runners on, first pitch, ground out, double play, innings over. Peterson's like, I could have fucking done that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, dude, that's just how that is. Bottom of the 7th here. I know you're getting antsy all these comments, Zach. Yeah, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Bottom of the 7th here. This is the blow up spot here for the A's because at this point, it's a 3-1 game. It's anyone's ball game, which is pretty interesting because it's a little bit of a theme here, I think, across these both New York wins. Nonetheless, though, as many of these blow up innings start off with, it's a leadoff walk. Vientos is on first. Gamel walked. Runners first and second. Alvarez walked. Bases loaded. Obviously, there's pitcher Klein for Oakland. Not good. Walks himself into a jam, and obviously the Mets just take advantage of it. Thank God, dude. Lindor, RBI single, scores Vientos. Alvarez to second, Gamel to third. Gamel scores. Klein throws a wild pitch. Can't handle it. And then everyone moves up. Nimmo, sac fly RBI. Alvarez scored. Lindor moves up. Martinez, who is obviously battling through the elbow injury, started last night. Big RBI double. Lindor scores. They pull Klein. He, gets 2 outs over 2 innings, basically. Gets pulled there. Or maybe 3 outs over 2 innings. They bring in Ross Stripling, who they just, put to the bullpen to start this series. Because we know he's supposed to start game 1. Did not. The young guy, the speed, whatever, the velocity doesn't really matter. Stripling in here. Bader reaches infield single. Infield sucks. Alonso up at the plate here. A nice RBI double for him, clearing the bags. That makes it 9-1 now. And I mean, you can imagine, you can actually see it from the lower third here. That is your final score right there. As of course, with runners on, McNeil's up, flies out to center. Viento's going to have to short end the inning. 8th inning, obviously chill for both teams there. As Danny Young comes in. I always forget his first name. Danny Young comes in, who I do enjoy, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like he's had some solid outings.
Yeah.
Appearances at least out of the pen, which you like that, dude. But he gets 2 strikeouts, I believe. Strikes out Butler, strikes out Alvarez, who is hitting for Blade. And then, Langoliers grounds out into a fielder's choice. There we go. Beautiful. Stripling still in there in the 8th. Out of Vino comes out in the 9th, which obviously, we were all holding our breath for. But does manage to get through that inning, close out the game with no strikeouts. No, he gets Cameron to fly out. Geloff grounds out, gives up 2 singles back-to-back, and then Schumann pops out to first. So, 9-1, just like that. Out of Vino, I guess, solid job. Bullpen, good job. You want to look at this, at the box score. Obviously, guys were hitting very well. You scored 9 runs. Lindor to lead off. He did 2 for 5 with a home run, 2 ribbies, batting .263 now, Brian. Watch out, dude. Nimmo, of course, still sucks ass. He should be moved down, honestly, in the lineup. Like, have him batting 7th or something. Bring Vientos up, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd have Vientos batting 2nd because Nimmo is just a huge hole there. 0 for 3 last night. Did have the sack fly RBI, but whatever, dude. Yeah. JD, of course, the 1 for 4 there with an RBI. That huge double in the 7th. Winker got on the base a few times. I think was 1 for 3 with a walk, I believe. Bader came in for a pinch hit too, which is pretty solid. But Alonso last night, 4 for 4, dude.
Yeah. Love to see it.
I mean, we've been saying it all week. If the Mets want to make this wild card spot and make a splash here, like, they need Alonso to heat up. Like, if anyone, at the very minimum, they need Alonso to be heating up. I mentioned McNeil, 0 for 4. His batting average is back down in the 230s, dude, which is not great. With Vientos, Scamo, all right. Alvarez 1 for 3 last night with a walk. He's not happy about that. I mean, and he's what is he? He's batting 8th? Yeah, he's batting 8th right now. Which is kind of crazy. But bullpen did great. Peterson, which we talked about, we looked up his baseball reference page here. 3.04 ERA, a 7-1 record over 13 starts. I know he's not a strikeout guy. 71 innings pitched, 56 strikeouts. Obviously, he goes a lot for those off-speed pitches, inducing ground outs. So, and we're looking at the game logs even. I mentioned not a lot of length out of this guy. Actually has not gone 7 innings once this year. That's probably why he was tight. He's probably thought he could go 7 innings. Actually, I don't even know. Let's look at his pitch count here. Where was I? Here we go. Mets 9-1. His pitch count was at 88.
Yeah.
So he definitely could have went longer.
Yeah.
He probably felt that way. But it's tough. I mean, I'm sure, if the Mets had more than a 2-run lead at the time, I'm sure Mendoza probably would have kept them in. But obviously, he wasn't taking any chances with that. It was a 3-1 game at that time. Right? Yeah. It was a 3 because it was top of the 7th is when he got pulled.
Yes.
Bottom of the 7th is when they started hitting.
Yeah.
So that's probably why he was even more pitched. Like, damn, they couldn't do this like an inning before because I probably would have stayed in. Because easily, I mean, Peterson could throw 100 pitches. Like, he could have definitely finished that inning. But nonetheless, we'll save him for another day, his next start, because at this point, Peterson looks like our ace, dude.
Yeah.
With his ERA, which should be pretty interesting. I would imagine he'll come back around for the fucking Orioles, right? Is it Miami? No, is it Miami and then Washington and then Baltimore? Or is it's Miami and then?
I can take a look.
Let's see. So, we have Miami. Yeah, Pearson's pitching game 1 against the Orioles. So he needs his rest, dude.
Yeah, we're going to need him for that. For sure.
Yeah, we're going to need him for that for sure, dude. I guess it's kind of good looking ahead a little bit. Pearson game 1, Quintana Minaya for Baltimore. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But then again, you want to be happy here. Game 3 tonight. Speaking of Quintana and Minaya, Quintana is pitching tonight. And that's, restarting the rotation here. Quintana against Spence, 110 today. So we'll get to that in the friends and everything. But you got to feel pretty good. You know, obviously offense, it's a breath of fresh air, scoring 9 runs here, getting a lot of different players involved. Oh, these donuts and everything, dude.
Oh man, yeah.
Forget about it. So you're stoked about that. Got to take care of business tonight. Obviously, no kerfuffles. Don't be doing any stupid plays in the infield, any stupid errors. Stop chasing pitches. And just like get shit done, dude. Like just get it done tonight. It's not going to be hard. Spence sucks. The A's we know suck. They were shooting themselves in the foot last night. So I don't know. I'm pretty confident in winning 2 out of 3 here against the A's.
Yeah.
Necessity here. Because again, as I pull up the standings here, we said we're 2 games back of the Braves, right?
Yes, 2 games back
of the Braves,
Yes.
and then the Giants look to be what 2.5 games back of us.
Yes.
Right, because we're 2 games back of the Braves, and they're 4.5 games back from the Braves. So there it is, dude. I mean, it's all within our grasp. It's right around the corner,
Right
you know,
in front
dude.
of us.
It's all in front of us, dude. It's all right in front of us, Aaron Boone. And of course, you know, Braves won last night, 3-game win streak, so not helping us. Padres and Diamondbacks also won last night as well. Both those teams are 9-1 in their last 10.
We're not going to catch them. Like
We're probably not.
Yeah.
But I still, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're 4 games ahead of. They're 4 games. Yeah, they're 4 games, I guess, ahead of the Braves. So they're 6 games ahead of us.
Yeah.
Which you never know. I mean, again, 9-1 in the last 10. They're not going to be doing that in all September.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they blow it. Padres, I'm not going to lie, dude. Like, they went on an absolute tear the past month.
Yeah.
Dude, I think they were like, coming out of the All-Star break, I think they were like 55 and like 50 and like 50.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, there were 5 games over 500.
Yeah.
Now they're 69 and 53.
I know. That
Crazy,
division
dude.
is unbelievable.
That division really is unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never. It's tough, dude. The NL is tough, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's really no joke, dude. And then the Dodgers 71 wins. You know, we mentioned the Padres, Diamondbacks. The Giants are kind of in play right now at 61. They're in play for the wild card.
Yeah.
So like, the NL West is just dominant, dude. And I mean, we know about the Cards too, sneaking up as well. Obviously know where the Braves are at. It's crazy, dude. It really is. The Central is sneaky good, dude. I can't believe the Brewers 68 wins this year, and you know, Yelich has been out for a while.
Yeah.
Probably since the All-Star break, to be honest.
Yeah.
With like a little bit of a back problem. And they're talking surgery for him in the offseason,
Yeah, I was
dude.
just gonna ask. Did they ever figure that out?
Which I'm so like, that's just a sad story about Yelich, dude.
I know.
Because when you think about what was it, maybe 2017, when
Yeah.
him and Bellinger were in the MVP race together, just a significant fall from grace for both those players, really, dude.
Yeah.
Brian and I talk about it all the time. It's such a shame because those two look like they were going to be future,
They were. Yeah.
like of the sport.
Yeah.
And don't forget too, working, I guess, the 2020 season. I guess it must have been the 2020 season. Brewers, you know, I think we're in the wild card series, the playoffs. Maybe second game in, Yelich broke his kneecap, fouled the ball right into his knee, broke his kneecap. Brewers obviously weren't recovering from losing Yelich, lost that series. Tough, dude. And then he hasn't really been that great ever since. This year,
Finally.
had him on fantasy, like quick, right away, 14 home runs, like 40 RBIs, batting 306, back injury.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
It's a shame.
It really is a shame. There's nothing, like, there's no sadder story than talent like that. It's like struggling with injuries.
Yeah.
And like, dude, foul ball off the kneecap. Like, what are the
What are your
odds,
chances? Yeah.
bro? Oh my. And then you break your kneecap because of that. Like,
Yeah.
meanwhile, Martinez is taking 100 mile hours to the elbow
Yeah,
and
so
just
that-
like
he's
playing
back-
the next day.
Back the next day.
Oh my
like, I'm
God,
good.
dude.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm fine. No elbow pad,
He's
nothing,
never-
dude. Still didn't even have.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I know.
He's something else, that guy.
Yeah.
But let's get to some comments before we switch gears and get across town to the Bronx where people get stabbed and stuff. What do we got, dude?
Where were we?
I think we're Lonnie off the rails. Yep, the
Yes.
train. It's crazy, dude. We're back on track. Okay, Casey Jones. All right. My mother used the man wipes. Yeah, one time she bought me like they're called dude wipes. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, Mom? Like, it's very nice of you to try and everything, but
No thanks.
I just can't. I just what am I gonna do with these? Like, what am I gonna bring them? Am I gonna put them in my pocket like when I go out and stuff? Like, no. Or keep in my car? I guess maybe I could, but I'm not. It's over. It's over. Lonnie laughing? Yeah, laughing. What else, you guys? That's why. Oh, that's right. Start with the Mets. Barnes isn't there to love up the Yankees. I mean, then obviously, dude. I think that normally I would be cut off by now about the Mets. So, Jay Bird, what does he got? He goes, "Hey now, what's good, Tony?" A lot of things are good. Jason back in the States. I'm sure his mother's so happy. He's back in Asbury. The Boardwalk Pizza last night, Jay. Love to hear that. What's going on this morning? Are we running on the beach? Are we getting some sun, dude? Obviously, I would imagine the English sun is barren. Very rarely out, sun, no, cloudy, rainy. You gotta just get some tan. We're in the tan, dude. And of course, Jay Bird with the like, comment, subscribe, and then big day for the Mets. It is a big day for the Mets, dude. Need the win here. Need to win the series. No jokes. All right, absolutely no jokes. And I guess now we can get to the Yankees here. And Brian will be happy to know there's Aaron Judge in the title first. Okay, as the Yankees do win. As expected here, 10-2, excuse me. And it's pretty interesting because I feel like last week too, there was a big blowout win by both teams, and there were different scores, but same run differential, which is what we have here today again. An 8-run differential by both these teams. Love to see the offensive explosion here. Like I said here, like it says here in the title, Judge, 300th career home run. Fastest MLB player to ever do it at, I believe, 955 games, which obviously is very impressive. And it really begs the question for me, and I'm not stealing his thunder or anything because he's obviously really good. But I could be wrong. But I believe, because like one stat that I heard and I hung on to is that Pete Alonso has the most home runs in the league since he came in.
Yeah, since 2019.
Since 2019.
Yes.
So like, do you know, like, is he in where is he at in terms of his home run total? Because it's got to be close to Judge. It's got to be close to 300, right?
I would assume it's somewhere around there.
Right? But it's like, does he have, like, is he past 955 games already?
I can check.
Let's look it up here. Pete Alonso here. So career games. Oh, it just gives me at bats here.
He has 218 home runs career.
Okay.
So he's still
probably like not gonna really beat this.
No, probably not.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
That's tough. I wonder how many MLB games he has. I know, right? I feel like I'm Brian talking about the Yankees win. All of a sudden, we're talking about the Mets now again. Come on, dude. Just give me this fucking how many games. Wi-Fi is kind of slow here. What the hell, dude? ESPN games played 804.
Okay.
All right, dude. So listen, he has 150 games.
How many was Judge?
955.
Okay.
So he has literally 150 games.
Yeah.
To how many home runs does he have? 218?
218.
150 games to get like what, 82 home runs?
If he hits how he hit yesterday.
That's first of all, that's fucking doable, bro. Like 150 games, 82 home runs. That's roughly like a home run every other game.
Yeah.
You know, if he was on a fucking 60 home run year this year, it'd be obviously way easier.
Yeah, of course.
But he's fucking up, dude.
Yeah, he's been better lately, but
he has been better lately. This is huge.
That first half of the season was rough.
If he could hit 30 in the next month, that'd be great. That would be solid, dude.
It's funny too, because he was still quietly our home run leader, even when he was not really doing that great. You know what I mean? So
which I don't know if it's an indictment on the team or just like good for him.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I don't
dude.
really
Yeah. But nonetheless, like Lindor, what did I say? He has 24, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And I think like Vientos is like a sneaky 15 in there. So you never know, man. But listen, Alonso could beat this thing, dude.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's definitely possible, but it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. He doesn't really seem like he's 6'3", by the way, when you see him like on TV.
Pete,
Yeah.
how tall do you think he is?
I would think he's my height, like a 5'10",
Really?
maybe 6 foot.
I would say 6'1", maybe. Not 6'3".
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if like baseball. I mean, like, do you think they lie? They don't lie in their heights, right? That's really only like a football, basketball thing,
Yeah.
right? There's no reason.
Like what is there? I mean, Altuve's playing baseball. So
Exactly, dude.
what are we lying about?
All right, let's get to the fucking how we got there. 10-2 Yankees, 72nd win of the year. Obviously Will Warren on the mound, dude. Jesus Christ. But he gets the job done. Fine. White Sox obviously suck here. Martin pitching for them. Second at bat, he goes against is Juan Soto. Solo shot. Soto, I believe the stat, correct me if I'm wrong here, anyone. But I believe he is the first Yankee since Reggie Jackson to hit home runs in 4 consecutive at bats.
I can look it up. I'm not sure. Did they say that? Like,
I'm saying no. I'm pretty sure that's what they said on the broadcast last night.
yeah.
No, I'm like maybe. I'm pretty sure that's what they said, and I'm like, I don't just make shit up here. Okay, so Soto, getting cheese. I mean, he's got to have what 32 home runs now, probably.
Yes.
So it's 1-0 early on, and honestly, you're thinking like, well, okay, now like Soto right away, Yankees on a roll. This could get ugly quick now. Whoa, wait a minute now. Will Warren on the mound. All of a sudden, Sheets leadoff home run in the second. It's 1-1. And you're thinking, oh shit, dude. Brian's thinking, oh shit. We're all thinking, oh shit. And then here we go. Actually, fast forward, bottom of the 4th, still 1-1. Benintendi grounds out. Vaughn doubles. In comes Sheets again. Sheets, who's the first baseman, I think, of the White Sox. RBI single, scores Vaughn. It's 2-1. White Sox have the lead, dude. And you're getting a little worried. Brian's getting a little worried. But nonetheless, here, the Yankees obviously pulled out here. Top of the 7th, just like we've seen here with the Mets, too. The Yankees got to copy the Mets, dude. They're down 2-1. 7th inning, big blow-up spot here for the White Sox, all right? And it comes early on. Anderson was pitching for the White Sox. Cabrera, leadoff single. Strikes out LeMahieu, but then gets pulled. Interesting. Cabrera, in the meantime, had stolen second. So you have Cabrera on second, no outs. And this is where things are kind of crazy. Connecticut's own Dominic Leone does get called in from the pen for the White Sox.
Academy.
From the Norwich Free Academy. However free it is, dude. Yeah, we'll fucking see. Sounds like there's chambers in that one, dude. I don't even know. But none the Norwich, Verdugo, sac fly RBI. And you're like, whoa, Tony, didn't you just tell me that Oswaldo Cabrera was on second base? How did he get a sac fly? Well, let me tell you. It actually was pretty impressive base running by Cabrera, mixed in with a little bit of a mess up, I suppose, in the outfield. So this was a deep fly ball to left center field. Obviously, the left fielder, the center fielder running towards it, kind of get into each other's way. Center fielder makes a great diving catch, but trips on the left fielder, rolls over, gets on the grass to pop up and throw the ball. Obviously, it takes up a ton of time. In that time, Cabrera uses speed and does score, and that's something you don't see very often. A sac fly RBI from second base, taking 2 bases on a sac fly is pretty impressive. To trust your speed, to be aware of where the ball is, to listen to Luis Rojas at third, I guess is cool there. So cool. And it was actually mad funny because, I'm watching this and like Verdugo, I don't know. I like Verdugo a little bit. I think he's a good player.
Yeah.
But he does seem like a dick.
You think so?
And I don't know, because like him and Judge are buddy. And that's like a big reason why Brian was saying why he's been in the lineup too, even through his struggles, and why they don't call up anyone else. But he just seems like not like a happy guy. And maybe it's because he's not doing well.
I would assume it's because he's not doing well.
But like, Cabrera obviously jacked up after scoring. And like, he's obviously going to the dugout. Everyone's jacked up. And he's like, yeah, look at me. And then like, he goes to like dab up and hug Verdugo. And Verdugo just like pats him on the shoulder and like was like, great, yeah, this is good. I was kind of wanted a home run, but whatever, dude. Sort of deal. I'm like, oh man. Nonetheless, though, after that, they walk Soto, Judge double, Soto to the third, to runners second and third here. Austin Wells up at the plate. Austin Wells has been an absolute machine recently for the Yankees. You got to love that. The stash, the young buck, dude. RBI single, scoring Soto and Judge. It's 4-2 just like that. And they pull Leon. So short outing for Connecticut's finest in the MLB here, which is tough, dude. It is kind of tough for him because, I mean, we looked at his career a little bit. Been in the league since 2015. Has had multiple cups of coffee with multiple different teams: Seattle, Arizona, the Rangers, the Mets, obviously now in the White Sox. And it's just been so like a flash in the pan year here and there. But other than that, I mean, he's just, I don't know, man, not that great. But nonetheless, here it's 4-2, and it's still kind of a game here. And the next inning, I mean, it's all over, dude. It's just absolutely even bigger blow up spot here for the White Sox. Leadoff double from Volpe. Cabrera career game RBI single scores Volpe. Again, youthful speed in the bags. You gotta love that from the Yankees. Volpe scoring from second. I mean, that's sick, dude. 5-2 just like that. LeMahieu. Basically McNeil here striking out, looking like any momentum, like McNeil, LeMahieu, any momentum that you have going on that inning, dead. Yeah. But Verdugo RBI double to score Cabrera for like the third time last night. Soto intentionally walked, and this is, I mean, again, this has been the biggest problem when facing the Yankees is how to navigate this lineup, especially when, again, Wells is hitting, Cabrera is hitting well. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Yeah. You walk Soto, you have to pitch the Judge at that point. Yeah. It was one or the other. And they walk Soto to get the force, I think, right at any base, because I think it was runners on first and third, maybe? Doesn't matter. They walk Soto intentionally. Here's Judge. 3-0 pitch, too. Fucking ropes it. 360 feet, left field. There's your 300th home run. Fewest games ever. By a wide margin, I believe, too. I don't know who was in second, but it was by like quite a few games, like 100 games, I think. Yeah. I think they were definitely over 1,000. And then that'll be it for Cool or Cull, however you say this pitcher's name. But Wilson comes in, Wells, fucking first pitch home run. Like, hilarious how bad the bullpen of the White Sox is. Wells, great job there. It's 10-2. You guessed it. That's your fucking game. Tonkin, the ninth, gets out. Basically an Ottavino job. Ground out, fly out, gives up a single. Then Fletcher lines out. Kind of crazy, the parallels between the Mets and the Yankees right now, dude. Watch out, dude. Subway Series, World Series could be in the cards. Awesome. Which would be ridiculous, dude. Yeah. But nonetheless, Yankees improving 72 wins here, 50 losses. They're 40-23 on the road as they continue to be on the road. Off day today, series starting against the Tigers, which, again,
so difficult. Yeah.
Should be something similar to what, we saw against the White Sox. Maybe you lose one and feel bad about winning two. But nonetheless, you want to look at the standings here. Best record in baseball right now, I believe. Yeah, because Baltimore Dodgers have 71 wins. Yes. Yankees are 7. Oh, actually, Guardians 72-49 right now. Wow. Which is crazy. One less game played than the Yankees. I think the Guardians played today with the Yankees off day, so it's pretty interesting because they should even it up here. Should be seeing what's going on. But the Guardians too on a 5-game win streak, which is pretty crazy. After dropping 5 in a row, I believe they went on a 5-game win streak, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Which is pretty crazy, dude, that the Guardians are this good, because I really would never have guessed.
Yeah, me neither.
Who the hell do they have? Jose Ramirez. Who's the other guy?
Stephen Kwan.
Yeah. And they have another guy with like a very American name. Like definitely grew up in Wisconsin or something. This guy. Let's look at the Cleveland Guardians roster.
They have Naylor as well.
Josh Naylor. That's who I was thinking
Yeah.
of. That's who I was thinking of. Andres Jimenez too, killing it. Josh Naylor, by the way, grew up in
Norwich.
I believe this is Ontario, actually.
Oh, really?
Mississauga, Ontario.
Yeah.
ON is Ontario, right? Yeah. Which is interesting. You know, it's a province of Canada, however they do things over there. It's fine, I guess. But good for Naylor having a career year. And good for the Guardians, I guess. I mean, I don't know, I don't know, dude. I'm really surprised that they're doing this. I really didn't think they would have the pitching to win these amount of games. But their run differential is I don't know, top 5 in the league right now.
Yeah.
Maybe top 7.
I feel like they've been hanging in there. They've been making the postseason the last few years as so-so teams.
Yeah.
And, they're really.
Did the Yankees not have trouble putting them away last year? Or was that 2 years
I think that
ago?
was
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because they beat the Guardians.
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
And then they went on to get swept by the Astros, right?
Yes.
Or did they play Seattle to start that series off, to start the playoffs? Because I was when Seattle made the playoffs, right?
2022.
2 years ago, yeah. Seattle made the playoffs.
I remember the Guardians playing the Yankees.
Yeah, then that was the first round. Then it must have been Mariners played the Astros to start.
Yes.
Guardians played the Yankees.
Yeah.
And then we know what happened.
Yeah.
Which is, interesting. Get swept by the Astros, championship series, whatever, dude. So that's it, dude. That's really it for your baseball recap at this point. Obviously, 2 great wins. Wish I could say let's get 2 more for New York tonight. Yankees want to have an off day in the middle of their tough schedule. They got a nice fucking travel last night, off day today. Fucking Little Caesars. I wish
God.
Brian was there for that, dude. Brian, oh my God, dude. So hilarious. Dan Grossa this morning makes some stupid ass joke about Little Caesars, which I guess started in Detroit. I guess that's what the joke was.
Yeah.
Which, again, I don't know that. Who would know that? Did you know that before?
I just knew that because where the Pistons play, it's called Little Caesars Arena. So I just
That's a great point.
It was from there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good deduction right there. real detective over there. But still, it also is dude, you come from New York.
Yeah.
You can walk outside Yankee Stadium, swing a cat, and hit 5 good pizzerias.
Yeah.
I can't with Grossa, dude. And even Cabrera probably didn't do what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. But anyway, and I'm gonna need your help with this. I want you to bring up the list of baseball games from today on ESPN.
I got you.
Because we're gonna do a nice big frenzy, dude. And it's interesting because ESPN, by the way, they gotta figure out their formats here because the phone is different, the iPad is different, and then the laptop, computer, desktop mode also different. And in my opinion, this is exactly like I want desktop mode the whole time. And actually, could you do me a favor and just go to scores instead of just a schedule?
Scores.
Yeah. Because scores, I think again today, not like today, hurry up, but today, go to today.
Yeah.
Because this is what I want right here because it gives you the lines. Okay.
Yes.
But for some reason, for maybe 3 days, they showed the over-unders too on here.
And now they don't.
They don't show the over-under. So it's what the fuck is this going to be? Is this going to be a guessing game here? Nonetheless, though, how many games you got today? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. I think we can do a little frenzy going on today, right? A full-on, non-abbreviated, absolute hardcore baseball frenzy. Let's freaking go, Zach. And I want you to throw your picks in here too. This is the music going. We're starting off early and often. Game 1, baby. All right, we have the A's, Citi Field in Flushing. Maybe you're gonna get a nice pizza pie after the game, dude. But the Mets looking to win this series here. Win number 2 here. You have Quintana against Spence. Spence 110. And then Brian will say, oh, the body clock, dude. What are we going to do? Could be a kerfuffle. No. Quintana what does that say? 6-8 on the year, 8-8 doesn't really matter. 4.10 ERA. Spence 4.33, comparable, but Spence is getting popped. Alonso's heating up. He's itching to get that 300th home run. I would imagine the Mets are favored here. But give me Alonso continuing, back-to-back days, back-to-back home runs. Quintana, again, you don't have your confidence in the world in him, but I can say he can give us an easy 7 innings out of him, fucking maybe 2 or 3 earned runs, quality starts, 6 Ks, 2 walks, 4 hits. The Mets go on to win this game. Another offensive explosion. McNeil goes 0 for 5, though. Mets win, I'm going to say 6-3, dude. Zach, what do you think, dude?
All right. Should I pick another game?
Oh, no, we'll do full on, so we'll pick in each game.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So tell me how the Mets are going to win, dude.
So I think the Mets will continue today with a lot of great hitting.
Absolutely.
Quintana on the mound means a good start.
Yes.
Get back to it. I think the Mets score early and often. I'm going to go Mets and the over here. Another dinger for Alonso.
Yeah,
another
baby.
dinger for Lindor.
Yeah.
And throwing Vientos as well.
Let's go, baby. Love to hear it. Next game here, 3:45. We're in San Francisco. It's the Braves taking on the Giants. Both teams jockeying for that third wild card spot here at Oracle Park today. It's going to be a fucking beautiful day, I'm sure, to be a Giants game. But nonetheless, here, Logan Webb having a good solid year, 10-8 on the year, a 3.32 ERA compared to Max Fried, who's up. Couple stumbles here this year, an IL stint as well, killing Tony's fantasy team. Probably gonna get popped today too, as the Giants are making a push, but will, yes, maybe gain some ground here for the wildcard race, but will help us in terms of getting ground on the Braves. I see a little bit of a pitcher's duel, but maybe Max Fried, third time in that lineup, little tired, struggling with the age, the injury. Gets a little into maybe some damage in the 6th or 7th inning. Gives up a few earned runs, a blimp. I say give me 6 1/3 from him. 4 earned runs. Logan Webb, 7 shutout innings against the Braves. Giants win this game 5-1. Giants in the under. Book 'em, Josh B. Who do you got, Zach?
I'm going to go right along with you.
Let's
I wish
go.
both teams would lose, but that's not possible. I think Max Fried gets popped a little bit.
Yeah.
Logan Webb, like you said, great outing. I think the hitting is there for the Giants. They've been on a surge. Give me the Giants and the under.
Next game here, we're going to Comerica Park, a park that the Yankees will be at tomorrow. Mariners, we're back to 110, by the way. MLB Network game. Love to see that. Bryce Miller on the mound. Just fucking fanned, I think, 11 batters, or maybe 9 or 10. I think that was the strikeouts against the Mets. I could be wrong, but pitching really well. Young buck for the Mariners. Last outing, I just said we know. And I imagine it's the Tigers. I mean, I'm going to go full game shutout. 9 innings, no earned runs, 12 Ks for Miller. Complete dominance here. You can go to this game for as low as $11. Seattle obviously favored here, minus 135. They're going to win this game. I say, 3-0. Julio Rodriguez coming back from injury not too long ago. A 3-run dinger for him. That's the only scoring you'll see in this game. 3-0 Mariners. What do you say here?
I'm going to go with the Mariners as well.
Got it, dude. It's tough.
Give me a Rose Rain a dinger.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. And then, I'm right with you. I think Mariners.
Mariners in the under. Pitchers,
Yes.
Miller does well. Rose Arena Dinger, I like that. Good call here. Let's go next game here. We're going back to American Family Field. Certainly Milwaukee here. Wisconsin, I would love to visit. I'd love to go to a Green Bay Packers game. I'd love to go to a Brewers game as well. I think it's a great area, great town, great everything, dude. Dodgers here visiting, 2:10 p.m. here. Flaherty, Dodgers, I understand 71 wins. Brewers not too far behind them. And they're favored here. A tight dog here at plus 120. Myers pitching for Milwaukee. Both pitchers comparable. High 2 ERA. Similar records here. Brewers 5-game win streak, right? Oh, I forget who we were talking about. Maybe the Guardians, I think 5-game win streak. I think Brewers 3-game win streak. Finding ways to win without Yelich. Dodgers finding ways to win without Mookie. I guess give me the Dodgers. I know I hate to be the guy to take the Dodgers, but give me the Dodgers here. I think another pitcher's duel, but I mean maybe Ohtani, 8th inning, 2-run home run, puts them up like 4-2, and that's all she wrote. Dodgers in the under.
I'm going to go right with you.
Right.
The Brewers lost me money the other day, so I'm out for blood.
Yeah.
I want a Dodgers blowout.
There we go.
Ohtani, dinger. Give me the Dodgers.
That's right. Love a good Zach revenge spot. Let's move on. 6:35. The evening games in Baltimore now as the Red Sox are visiting Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Another park I would love to visit.
Yeah.
The Orioles here, 71 wins. Of course, jogging for the best record in the league. Zach Eflin pitching decently for them. 3.83 ERA for the former Tampa Bay Ray. And Philly, right? He's on the Phillies for a while, was he not, Zach Eflin?
I believe so.
Nick Pivetta for Boston here, 4.44 ERA. I mean, Baltimore, I'm sorry. Jackson Holiday, Gunnar Henderson. Red Sox, though, first game back with Duran, I believe, tonight? Or did he play last night? He's been back?
Yeah.
I thought that suspension was longer, I guess.
No, it's only 2.
But I know I hate to do it for you. But give me a fucking offensive explosion from both teams. Duran is tight. They have that other guy, I forget his name. I picked him up, the outfielder, the Asian guy for Boston. I picked him up for a little bit. He's been solid. I like him. Give me a dinger for him. And I mentioned Holiday and Gunnar Henderson, the whole kit and caboodle for the Orioles. But I say, Jackson Holiday, he's been on fire since he's been back from injury. Solo shot, walk-off home run, bottom of the 9th. Red Sox gone, dude. Orioles win. I'll say 7-6. Give me Orioles and the over for that game. What do you have for this one, Zach?
I'm going to go Orioles and the over as
Ooh,
well.
Okay.
I think that Anthony Santander leading the league in home runs since June.
Wow, dude.
I think he gets another tonight.
There we go.
I'm going to go Orioles and the over. I think the Sox get some hits as well. They've been driving in runs, but they just can't seem to get it done usually. So, yeah, Orioles and the over.
Great call there. Love the stat about Anthony Santander. Let's go still that time slot, 6:40 p.m. We're in Philly, Citizens Bank Park, another ballpark I would love to go to. I've seen a bunch of Flyers games, and that whole area is fucking sick. Zach Wheeler, Cy Young, 11-5, 2.78 against the Nationals. I really don't care how highly touted C.J. Abrams is, the shortstop position for the Nationals. That team sucks, dude. Phillies have wavered. Alec Boehm, Bryce Harper, Zach Wheeler. It's going to be absolute prime. Alec Boehm on my fans team. I think he has like a 4 or 5 game hit streak going on right now. So give me maybe a 2 for 4 night with 3 RBIs for him. Zach Wheeler deals his way through 8 innings. Just needs a closer to come out to get number 9 for him. But Wheeler fans 11 Nationals in a victory by the sum of, I don't know, let's say 5-1. Phillies and the under.
I am going to go with the Phillies.
Oh, okay.
Zach Wheeler, the one that got away.
I know.
It's ridiculous. I think he has a great outing. I think he goes shutout. I'm going to go Phillies 3-0. Phillies at home.
Oh, the one that got away, dude. Let's go to 8:05 p.m. on FS1, your primetime game for this beautiful Thirsty Thursday, Globe Life Field. The Rangers taking on the Twins in Arlington, Texas. The money line here for Texas is even. Minnesota's minus 120, so tight game here. As you have Bradford pitching for Texas and Ober pitching for the Twins. Jonah Heim, I think, has been batting pretty well for the Rangers. But, I don't know, dude. Give me the Twins here. Minus 120 on the money line. Makes some money, I suppose. But I think, I don't know. Offensive explosion, maybe. I can see this going either way with both these lineups. Could be quiet, could be hot. Both teams kind of inconsistent. But, the Twins finding their way on the good end of 500 here at 673. So give me the Twins here. Actually, I don't even know why. How is Texas 56 and 65? Is that what that says?
Yes.
They're 11 games under 500.
Yep.
And they're even on the money line. Fuck that. Hammer the Twins. Bradford popped. Twins win 7-1. Twins in the over. Let's go.
I was going to go with the Rangers, but now that you mentioned the value on the money line, I can't turn that down as a betting man.
Exactly.
I'm going to go with the Twins as well.
There we go. But over?
Yes.
I mean, nothing like a nice value bet there to end your beautiful baseball full-on frenzy here with Brian not in studio. And you got to absolutely love that, dude. And before we move on from baseball a little bit, let's check in on the comments. I'm sure if I was a betting man, we'd have a few comments. We've one. Ooh. Well, there's a few here. Sorry with Josh B at the top here, where he says, you guys sound like typical Mets fans. What the fuck is that, dude? Are you kidding me, dude? What does that make you, Josh? Huh? Typical Yankees fan? He also says, by the way, I guess in reference to the Soto stat, says that is correct. And then he says, bet the mortgage. Right above that, he says, bet the mortgage. Alonso won't do it, he says, in regards to the home run right above. Yeah. Which he's probably right, honestly. And then Kev Dude comes in here with a big let's go. And he wants the smoke today, dude. Everybody wants a piece of the smoke today, which is fine, dude. But obviously, great job there, Josh B, typical Yankee fan, which is fine, dude. Let's check in now at the FedEx St. Jude Championship, as Ben Griffin now is your outright leader through 13 at 5 under. Tom Kim still there, tied with Tommy Fleetwood for second place at 4 under. Tom Kim through 10 so far. Fleetwood through 8. Cameron Young tied for 4th with Chris Kirk. Taylor. Oh, well, no, just Chris Kirk at 3 under. Justin Rose having a little bit of trouble, drops from 3 under to 1 under. Now back tied for 8th. Let's see what happened here in the scorecard. Wow, he parred his first 8 holes, birdied 9, and then parred his next 4. So I guess he was sitting at 1 under before, but just really hasn't, just parring out right now. You gotta figure something out there. Zalatoris tied for 8th as well with Rose, with Hughes, Aske, Bahatia, Shane Lowry, Colin Morikawa, and Lee, all tied for 8th. Then tied for 15th, you have Cam Davis at even with Adam Hadwin, Siwoo Kim, Steven Yeager, Billy Horschel, Justin Thomas, Sungjae Im, Wyndham Clark, Ludwig Aubert, Rory McIlroy, Peter Malnati, Brendan Todd, who's that guy, Seamus Power as well, all tied for 15th. At even, of course, so much golf to be played today, as Max Greiserman continues to take a fucking dive, by the way. Bogeying. Wow, he double bogeyed hole number 1. Terrible way to start off your round. And just bogeyed 9, and will now be starting the back half of his round 1. But just interesting, a few guys, obviously, to just keep an eye out for. A bunch of guys who have not teed off yet, including Aaron Rai, who won your Wyndham Championship to beat Max Greiserman, who totally freaking blew it there. And that's pretty much it, dude, for the golf. Crib notes for any other sport at all right now, I have nothing for you. NFL preseason, I mean, I haven't really, nothing really is happening right there. Hassan Reddick, like, what? Come on, dude.
Yeah. I know. It's wild.
I mean, the Jets are holding out, so.
Yeah. Probably can't pay him.
That guy, exactly. And he's going to have to sign something or he's going to not make any money.
Yeah.
So they're playing hardball. He'll probably buckle. But nonetheless, we have a lot to look forward to, I guess. Football season hyped up.
Very.
Yeah, I'm like really, really excited for football. I'm excited for hockey too, which I mean, we got to be, I don't know, maybe 50 days away from like opening puck drop. Let's see when is opening day NHL 20. October 4th. So I say 50 days.
About. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking spot on, actually. I think it's what is there, 30 days past September, April, June, and November. So 30 days in September, 31 days in August. So we have 16 days in August, 30 days in September. So that's 40, 46.
Yes.
And it's October 4th, which is 4 days. It says 50 days.
Ah.
Just pulling numbers out of my ass that are correct, by the way, today. Like ridiculous. But stoked for that, dude. And it looks like the first game will be in Europe as Buffalo plays New Jersey in the NHL Global Series presented by Fastenal in Prague.
Jeez.
Like that's fucking nuts,
Yeah.
dude. How do you feel about the international series? Like even for football and stuff?
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Like trying to grow the game, especially for football. I think
Mhm.
it's really made an impact, especially in the UK.
Yeah.
They have like a strong connection with the Jags over there.
Mhm.
They have like a home away from home type
Ton
of
of Jag
base.
fans over there.
Yeah, so I think it's effective if you know
Do it right.
choose your locations
Yeah.
wisely. Yeah, definitely.
Like honestly, like doing what was it? Dodgers Padres in Korea in Seoul.
I think that was the first game of the season.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That was cool. I love that because obviously baseball is huge in Asia.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, but I will say the fact that they did it in the middle of spring training was kind of dumb. I don't remember that,
Yeah,
but there
'cause
was like
yeah,
there's
I
like
remember
2
that.
weeks of spring training
And that still
afterwards,
counted as a regular season game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was strange.
which is like that's kind of messed up, dude.
I know.
Because I mean, Jesus, like what if like for the Dodgers or the Padres, it comes down to one game,
One game. Yeah.
and it's like maybe you should have rethought that.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, I think it was a 2-game set they split,
Yes.
Right?
2 games.
and it was like 15-2 Dodgers won and like 12-5 Padres won. So it's like it was just like a crazy game, crazy series.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I love the international series too. Yeah, Mets Phillies were right. It was Mets Phillies in June in England.
Yeah, that was at the West Ham
Yeah,
Stadium.
that was
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. And then yeah, hockey's dope too. Going overseas. I mean, hockey is huge in Europe as well. So like there's definitely a market there.
Yeah.
And it's cool, dude. I mean, I love those specialty games. It does draw a lot of juice, and especially for like teams like, you know, Devil Sabres too, which is like, you know, again, like those teams, fuck those teams. All right. But it's like, hey, they're playing in Prague. I'll tune in.
Yeah, of course.
You know, the whole like they do a whole cool broadcast. It's great what they do.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love what ESPN is doing with the NHL to grow the sport. Because in my opinion, I mean, hockey should be like the second best sport, like second most watched sport, in my opinion.
Yeah, like especially like there's really nothing like playoff hockey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Like I don't know. Like I feel like it should be more mainstream than it is.
I know, and it's really crazy that it's not. And you know, people tell you, oh, hard to follow the puck. Nonsense, dude. I think it's a real indictment on humankind, honestly, dude. Because I think people can't handle having to sit there and actually pay attention and focus on a fast-moving object for 3 periods of hockey.
Yeah.
They rather watch football where they have, you know, fucking a minute break in between each play to dick around, all right, and then miss the next play. It doesn't really matter anyway, you know, like ridiculous. But that's just my opinion. As we have a comment on the way out here, Zach.
Yes, we do.
Glenn Sharp, Guardians. You mean Indians? All right, Glenn, making a statement here. I mean, I wish I could still call them the Cleveland Indians. I guess I understand why they're not called the Indians. If out of any team that was spoken about changing their name, I feel like the Indians was like the one that kind of made a little bit more sense to me.
Yeah.
Obviously the Blackhawks thing didn't make any sense, and they like put their foot down. I love that about Chicago, the Blackhawks.
Yeah, they kind of made it known that they were not changing.
Yeah,
that, like,
and
right off the
honestly,
bat.
and it's so funny because we talked about it yesterday with the Redskins.
Yeah, it's crazy
that there's an organization of Native Americans, whatever their organization is, you know, are now suing to get the name changed back to the Redskins because it honored a certain chief, Native American chief, which is exactly what the Blackhawks said.
Yeah,
because they wanted him. They wanted the Blackhawks again, just like the Cleveland Indians too, a storied franchise. You know, a franchise that won a lot of games too, won a lot of cups too. In a great city like Chicago too. You got to change your name, and they're like, no, like Blackhawk was a chief, and we have him here to honor. Like this, our logo is his face to honor him. Like we're not changing our name. So kudos to them. I hope the Redskins go back. Again, I mean, you hear, Redskin, you think, oh, wow, it doesn't really sound great. But again, apparently if they want, I mean, they're cool with that. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I mean, like at this point, like name them anything other than Commanders. Like, good God, dude.
We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
The jerseys and
It's just atrocious, dude.
Yeah. And before that, I don't know how you felt about the football team. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I liked it better than Commanders.
Oh yeah, I thought it was.
But they went a whole fucking season without a name.
Yeah, it's just
like, come on.
Yeah, no.
What kind of organization is that?
Snyder. It's
brutal, dude. And it's so funny too because yesterday I had the Replacements on. The movie Replacements. You ever see that movie?
No.
Great movie. Keanu Reeves is in it. It's about it's obviously fictional, but it's about like the NFL. And there's a Washington team called the Washington Sentinels, and their entire team goes on strike, so they have to field like a bunch of fucking no-name players.
Oh, like replacement players.
The replacements.
Gotcha.
And that's Keanu Reeves. And his story is that he was like a great quarterback in college, but in like the Rose Bowl, he choked hard, lost, never to be seen again. And so now it's like, oh, like Footsteps Falco is back in. It's actually a great movie, dude.
Check it out.
No, yeah, it's really good. There's like for a while, Barstool was running with it for a while. I don't know if they released a bunch of merch of a quote for it. It's what is it? Pain goes by, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever. Like that was his big line in the end,
Oh, gotcha.
Dude, it's a great movie. Keanu Reeves, classic, like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Man. He had the long hair. He's a quarterback. It's fucking he's dating the cheerleader on the team, like it's just so. Gene Hackman's the coach. Great job. Not Jason Bateman. John Favreau's in it. Young. It's great, dude. It's a really good movie. But that was like a whole big thing when they were changing it. Like, make it the Washington Sentinels. That'd be so sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and that would have been dope, dude. Like, imagine like Washington Sentinels, like, let's fucking go. Keanu Reeves like announces the team in for the first game. It would have been, oh my God, would have been wild for that.
Yeah.
But obviously missed opportunity. We'll see what they do. Honestly, I'm sure they're just gonna stay as Commanders and nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, and honestly, like to me, I guess that's okay. But you got to fix the jerseys; they're so bad.
At least
they're
like
so bad.
Change up your color scheme. Then like be a whole new team. Then
I like their colors too.
Me too.
I just don't know. I hate the jerseys.
It's brutal,
They're
dude.
bad.
So bad. I know it's tough with these new teams and new names, new relocations and stuff. Even Utah.
So unoriginal. Like they had I don't know. I heard something that they were like gonna wait and then pick like a better team name in the future.
Right.
But I'm afraid that that's just like a cop out, and they're just gonna be like, "Well, the hockey club stuck the first year," and it's like, but that's so boring. You know what I mean?
It is
so
boring.
Many cool names that were coming up, and there could have been so many cool concepts for logos, and they just took like the cheapest way out to me.
I know, it's so odd to me. And like, don't you think it would be tougher and more expensive to rebrand later on then?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you just pick a name now?
Yeah, I know. And coming from like the Coyotes, which was such an awesome concept, like especially the retro jerseys, I absolutely love those.
So sick, dude.
To go from that to that, it's just kind of depressing. To me,
I know. I know. And I wonder what so see what they end up doing. I think they were like, I don't know. Some of the names that were in there were not that great. It was I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. And I'm not really that huge on like them moving to Utah, honestly, either.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what their fan base is going to be like. I don't know how strong a fan base they have for the Jazz. I would assume since they've been there for a long time now.
Yeah.
But like,
they're playing in their stadium, right?
Yes. So I don't know. I just wonder how they'll respond to hockey. But
yeah, Mormons. I don't know. It's interesting. I really would have liked to have kept that team in Arizona, to be honest. I don't know if you saw, but they had such a cool concept of a brand new facility for the Coyotes.
Really?
Gorgeous facility in Tempe, I think. Obviously, they never approved it.
Yeah.
They weren't making any money, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not going to privately fund that.
Yeah. I mean, they fucking played at Arizona State.
Yeah, they were playing how many
at a
seats
4,000 capacity fucking stadium, dude.
Like, come on.
Like, imagine if like that's like them playing at Martyria at an MFA,
That's
but like
basically-
a shittier MFA that was built like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. Brian Barney, by the way, comments just touchdown at LAX. Says, let's go Yankees. Keep killing it, fellas. Thank you, Brian, for tuning in, for commenting. And glad you touched down safely, dude.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot to be happy about for Brian. The Yankees win the off day. He can focus on the tasks at hand today, like getting your luggage. Where's the luggage pickup? Okay, where's the carousel? Is it gonna be there? Oh man, I feel like it's always whenever I fly. There's like you go to the fucking baggage claim and you're like, oh man, like I hope my bag comes in. You know, like there's a faint thought in your head, like what if they just put it on the wrong plane?
Yeah.
And then it's like bags start coming in and like your bag's not coming in. You're like, oh shit, dude. And then there's like a pause because they're doing whatever.
Yeah.
Like no bags coming. Like, oh shit, dude. They like something wrong. And then like your bag doesn't come. And then finally your bag comes in. You're like, oh, thank God, dude. Nervous.
Very.
You know, flying. It's, sometimes it can be kind of tough.
Yeah.
So I always go carry on if I can.
Yeah.
Just fucking duffel bag.
Yeah.
And all those schmucks going to baggage claim out the door, dude. Yeah. But nonetheless, I mean, that's pretty much it, dude. You got anything over there?
I do not. Thank you for everything. I've enjoyed, doing what I've done here. And I'll definitely be back to visit.
Yeah, dude.
It's not the last of me, but yeah.
I will say
really
so far
everything.
though, every intern said that, and no one's really come back.
Well, I'll be back.
Yeah.
No, it's seriously though, because I'm right here. Like I'm not going far. I'm literally right around the corner, so I'll definitely be back.
Yeah, absolutely. We're happy to have you. So let's freaking go. And I guess food for thought. Whole week without Brian coming up next week. So
really?
Just think about it. I know you're busy with school and stuff. Well, you're on vacation next week. That's right.
Oh yeah.
You're on vacation.
Yep.
Rhode Island?
Yes. Watch Hill.
Watch Hill.
Yes.
Never been.
I've been a few times. So
yeah. Where's that where's that in Rhode Island? Like, is it tip top north?
No.
Is it like
it's closer to us?
Oh yeah, like over the border almost.
Yeah, it's not that far of a drive.
It is pretty crazy how close Rhode Island is.
Yeah.
Like I never really realized that until I got to Connecticut, and I'm like, oh wow, it's like an hour drive.
Yeah.
Like when I think of Rhode Island, first of all, I think of an island, even though it's not an island.
It's not.
But great spot. Providence is beautiful. What's the other town? Something Portsmouth. Portsmouth, Rhode Island?
I think so.
That sounds about right. Been there, I think. Josh B says, thanks, Zach. Great job. Interesting. Brian didn't really say anything about that. Just said, let's go Yankees. Didn't really.
Josh. I'm sure Brian is nice.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. He absolutely is. Just like Josh is. They're both real ones. But obviously, want to thank you for your tenure here for the summer. I want to thank everyone here for tuning in. Josh B, Brian, even Kev Dude, Jay Bird, Danny V was in here as well. Love to see that guy. Matthew Ryan for a hot second, but obviously not much to talk about for him because, come on, stop it. But you know the deal. Oh, actually, I guess kind of like special. I forgot to bring up my notes too because I have it written down. But Sportsport tomorrow, I believe we scheduled it for 3 p.m. We're going to be live from Mohegan Sun's Convention Center, which will be pretty wild time, actually. Details have not been ironed out yet. Keith will be in the building with us, as well as some other extra hands on deck. So put that in your calendar, 3 p.m. Friday. And then I think we're going to go with a 6 p.m. Binge Buddies tomorrow as well. Also, as you can imagine, live from Mohegan's Convention Center, which is kind of crazy to say. We'll be there at Terrificon. If anyone's in the area of Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, come stop by our booth, visit us. We're right next to the bathroom. No, not even fucking lying. Which is actually kind of cool. Not like next to the entrance, like the other side of the bathroom. So it's not like maybe an impromptu interview in the bathroom. Who knows? But nonetheless, if you're in the area of Connecticut, we'll be there. I think the hours of the convention are 8 to 7 every day. So plan accordingly. So yeah, dude. So put that in your calendar. We'll special episodes for Binge Buddies and Sports Board tomorrow. But again, thank everyone for tuning in. If you're new here and you're watching us on YouTube, you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. Helps out a bunch. Like our videos as well. And if you're maybe, watching in the background, as I see about 20 people are right now, 21 people now. Oh boy. And you want to, maybe you haven't really spoken about your opinion. You want to call in. Always feel free to. We take callers pretty much daily. Anyone not named Matthew Ryan is welcome. And once again, I want to thank everyone here for tuning in. Thanks, Zach, for a great summer.
Thank you.
And we will see you
Mañana.
Bang.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.